Hi, girlies. Welcome to Book Please Podcast. It's Alina here.
Hey guys, it's Amanda.
We had such a nice little weekend together.
We did, minus the rain.
Ugh, I know. It's really like a bad summer here. I honestly, like, everyone's like, ugh, Florida rain. But like, I usually can enjoy it in the summers. And I feel like lately it's just been insufferable.
I know, it's for a nice long weekend. I'm like, please, like next weekend.
Yes,
I don't care
it was
about
Labor Day weekend. My cousin Athena was here.
Yes,
We
Beanie.
all went to dinner. Love you, girly. That was so fun. And what I loved, like, you know, when you when you're kids and you like dream of like your boyfriend's meeting and like having that, like just having the three of us at dinner with our boys,
That
like
was fun.
and like
Aw.
getting, and for her being out of state in that meeting, we were so funny. Like we were plotting to get a photo of them together. So we like, they were like, it was great because we like they would go off like talking on their little rants and we were just sitting there and she's like, yes, look at them, they forgot about us. And like that's the goal. Like you literally, we dream of this.
Oh, so cute.
And we were just dying.
We approve of the man.
Yes, we do. We love him. And I love how like our men were broing out with him. Like he's such an angel and we're just, what a great weekend.
We can welcome you into the family.
Yes, yes, for sure, for sure.
Can we talk about one thing really quick?
Yes.
Because I gave her the little heart. Like,
Ew.
hearts are like this, right?
Girl.
What is it that these new kids do?
Okay, the Gen Z heart. I'm so glad you brought this
It's
up.
so ugly.
It's so ugly and it's painful. Like I feel like it hurts to try to do it.
I feel like I'm freaking throwing up gang
I
signs.
can't. Yeah, it's disgusting. Whatever happened to this?
Yes, that's cute. I mean, half-ass, you
Yeah,
know?
even like this. Even if you don't want to do this and you want to do this, but what
the fuck is this?
bitch, I don't even know if I'm doing it.
Come at me,
I'm
Gen
not doing
Zs. I
it
dare
right.
you.
Yeah,
My
no.
fingers hurt for
It's
you.
ugly, it's stupid, and we already did it, so why did you change it?
Exactly.
Anyway.
You didn't make it cool.
I'm so glad that we had that
Yeah.
talk.
I like cringe watching other people do it.
It's so cringy, and they do it like so effortlessly. They're like, I'm
Yeah,
just
and I'm
like,
like,
ew,
ew,
with your
I know.
alien fingers. Stop. Sick to my stomach.
Stop making it a thing.
It's
It's not
ugly.
a thing.
We already did the heart. Find something else.
I just had to bring it up.
Yes, I'm so glad that you did. Another thing that I noticed, speaking of hands, every time I watch our episodes or like our TikToks, whatever, my hands out of control. If nobody knew I was from Jersey, I'm giving it away because I
100%.
literally talk with my hands. I'm holding myself back right now, like talking about it to be able to express it because I'm like, I can't use them while I'm talking about it, but I have to. Like, I talk with my hands to the extreme, and it's like I'm all over America with these fucking hands while I'm talking.
I think it's cute, though. I was watching a TikTok that you did,
Yeah.
and I commented on it. I was like, girl, I can
Yes.
tell you're
I'm
from
like
Jersey.
smacking I'm like all around town. It was bad. It was
I could make you
serious.
feel better.
Yeah.
So it's funny because I've never noticed it, and I
Mhm.
feel like no one has ever brought it up to me. But somehow my Floridian boyfriend like notices all these things that I do, and he's like, "No one ever said it." I'm like, "No, you're the only one." He comments on my chewing. He says I chew like loud or
Oh
like,
my
and I'm like,
God.
I do not. No one else has ever.
I've never
mentioned,
heard you chew.
and I'm just like, I don't know. And then I also talk, like when I talk to someone or I'm telling a story, I hit them. Like you know,
You do that.
I don't know. It's like, I know you're listening. I know you're paying
Yeah,
attention.
yeah.
but I still do it. It's
You're like, yeah, like, but like you're telling the
engaging.
story.
Or like I think I'm funny and I like smack like,
Yeah.
And I was out one time with my boyfriend and his friends, and it was like the beginning of us dating. So I
Yeah.
was just meeting his friends, and one of his friends sat next to me, and he was a guy. And I was talking, and I kept hitting him. And then my boyfriend and I go to the bathroom, and he's like, "Listen, like I don't know
probably
if you
mortified.
notice it, but like you keep hitting like my friend." And I'm like, "Well, what do you mean?" He goes, "You keep tapping him every time you talk." And I'm like, "Do I?" I'm like, "No way." I was like, "Okay, I'll be
Stop.
mindful."
Okay.
So I sit back down.
Mindful and demure.
I freaking hate that word. So I did it again, and I was like,
you walk outside, you smack his friend.
and I'm just like, I'm not flirting or nothing. It's just the way I talk.
Yeah, yeah,
you know.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
he's like, at first I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? Why does she keep touching my friend? And then he's like, but then I realized you don't realize you're doing
yeah,
it.
it's kind of New York though. Like I feel like it's like, hey, like look, you know,
I'm
it's it makes the story more lively.
Yeah. And then he
honestly.
like kills it for me because if I'm talking to him and I do it, he'll like hit me back, and then I'm like, I'm sorry.
You're like, I'm not trying to abuse you.
yes.
Like this is entertainment. This is the full story. Like you need all parts moving.
Listen, love me for me.
100%. Smack me anytime, bitch.
So I've learned us people up north are very
Yes.
hands are
Yes.
yeah.
I know. And I'm again.
Imagine us fighting. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my God, I can't. Watch out, honey.
We don't do that. We're not ratchet no more.
No. Wrong show, honey.
I'll hurt you with my words.
Wrong show. That's baddies
Yes.
for you.
I'm watching too much of that.
You have been. You have been. If anyone hasn't like watched things on the Zeus network, like just take a little dive
Oh,
and just let us know how you feel about it.
every time I watch it, I'm just like, why do you do this to yourself? But then I'm like, but I need to watch the next
you
episode.
love it. And
now
you have so many things to say about
I
my
do.
cute little innocent shows, and those are the ones that you choose. So I just,
I know. I feel like the loved ones, like I mentioned, like I got to skip them. This
Yeah.
one, I got to watch everything. I'm like, who got beef with who now?
yeah.
Oh, this person kicked this person's
You're-
ass
and
today.
then you'll give me the play-by-play. You're like, she threw her in the sink, and then her sister was pregnant, and she beat her up. And I'm like, girl, we are not the same.
Oh. And then literally security will be like, they're counting how long they're letting people throw hands. And I'm like, this is so much. I love it. And they
It's
came out with a new
insane.
one called Ants, like AUNT.
Okay.
T-E-A.
Like
So-
auntie.
exactly. So ants, well, I say aunt, but you say aunt. So like aunt or aunt
It's whatever.
T, because they're going to be like interviewing
Well, what
people.
did they say on the show when they say it? Do they say auntie or auntie?
I don't know now that I think about it. I don't know.
We'll get
But
back to you.
it's 3 mothers on the show, right? Of like celebrities.
Yeah,
and
but 3 mothers of ratchet people.
I mean,
like
yes, it's
Black
Zeus
China's
Network.
mom, Blueface's mom, and who else's mom?
I don't know who her kid is, but I know she has a kid with Rick Ross.
Okay.
Her name is
Oh, maybe
Tia
that's
Kemp.
why.
Kemp? Do you know what that
Okay.
is?
No.
Okay. But
This
they're
is too
all
foreign
so
for
fun. They
me.
like go at it too. Like
Yeah.
I love it. I'm just
I'm
here for
sorry.
it.
It's just
Oh
a
my
lot for
God.
me. Black
then the people
China's
they-
mom.
Oh,
What does
she's-
she have a podcast for?
She is the funniest one on the show. She tells people
Oh.
to shut the fuck up.
Blueface's
fights-
mom.
Oh.
She probably has nothing else to do because her kid's in jail.
Oh my God.
Who's watching Blueface's baby? I want to know.
I don't know,
Not
but-
Krishan because she's in jail.
I actually think his mom is very pretty. She's gorgeous.
Is she normal insane?
She's the normalist out of the 3.
Oh wow.
But
Doesn't
she's
say
still
much.
insane too. Like she'll like throw jabs, but it's like in a nice way.
Yeah.
Whereas like Tokyo's like
Tokyo's Black China's mom.
she's just like she let you have it. She
Yeah,
don't hold
yeah,
back.
yeah. No. See, you're even becoming. Listen to you
You know.
talking, girl.
Bringing out the
Let's
ratchet
go
in me.
back into.
Mm. I was born in the Bronx.
Oh, are you pulling a J-Lo? Jenny from the Bronx.
Well,
from
I
the
mean,
block.
I don't know what South Bronx she's from, but
Everybody rips this poor woman for like she can't be from the Bronx. She can't talk about her hair because people are like, girl.
which reminds me, I want to talk about Jenny Ortega for a second
Yeah.
because she's getting a lot of stuff for like being Hispanic and not speaking Spanish, and like people.
Are you
need-
kidding me?
People need to leave her alone. Like I just, people are annoying.
Wait,
I don't speak Spanish and I'm Puerto Rican.
that's horrible that
I
they do this to
know.
her.
She's very Americanized. There's
How
nothing
many
wrong with
people
that.
in the U.S. cannot speak their language that their like parents are from or their family generations back?
Yeah,
That's a little silly.
yeah. There's so many of them. I mean, Selena? Didn't she not speak Spanish? And like
I
she
don't
was
know.
like.
I think she does speak Spanish.
Well, I think in the movie they made it seem like she could, but then we
Yeah.
find out she couldn't.
That
You
is
know, it was just
crazy.
yeah. I don't think it's that serious. You know, it's just how you.
It's
were
because
raised.
they just want to have like this role model that's like them. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
if you don't meet certain things, like we see it all the time with our podcast, like people want us to like say exactly how they are thinking. And you know, we've been getting just
Stay on my
comments on
I
comments.
wake up sometimes
we
and
can't
choose violence.
say anything nice.
Nothing.
Because if we say something nice, then like everything else around it is like, oh, well, what about this? What about
Why
that?
didn't you? Why
left
weren't you
this
nice
out.
on this one?
It's a
Yeah.
30-second clip. Go watch the episode, and then
Yeah.
you'll see what our thoughts are on the rest.
And don't get me wrong. I know having a podcast, people are gonna like.
Yeah.
No one's ever gonna
Some
fully
people
agree
just
with
come
us.
back with a passion to just go at it.
I'm like, damn, you woke up and you were like, let me mess with some bitches today.
Look at our fans go. Look at them.
I'm like, thank you for the engagement.
Look at our fans. Let's talk about what we have coming up. It'll be tomorrow when this episode comes out. I
Yay.
am so excited / nervous / all the feels.
Oh, it's going to be so much fun. And thank you to everyone that bought tickets, that's
Yes.
coming out to support.
Yes.
We're super excited.
We have our event with the Miami Marlins September 5th, 5 p.m. sharp, which guys get there early.
Door
because
opens
we
at
are
4:30.
Starting
Mm-hmm.
right away, and we're going to have some dope panelists. We're going to have Alicia Thompson on, who is the author of The Art of Catching Feelings.
Yes.
And we cannot wait to interview her. We're going to have some bookstagrammers up with us. We're going to have these girls who started the largest in-person book club in the U.S. come speak. Like, it's going to be so much fun. And it's a pregame event. Then we're all going to watch the game.
Mm-hmm. And do not forget to bring a book if you're joining.
Yes, because we will have a book swap. And we will be giving out Miami Marlins bookmarks, which were made special for this event.
And they're very cute. We did see them.
So cute. So, yeah, I can't wait. I am a little nervous, though, to get up there.
I'm gonna have a few drinks before I get up there.
If you're part of the Marlins organization, turn it off.
I mean, one.
Turn off the pod. No, just a tiny liquid courage. I don't know. We'll be fine. We're gonna be thriving, and then we'll let you know how we did.
I'm talking about like orange juice.
If any of us trip or something, we'll let you know next week. Tune in.
You know what? We'll make sure someone gets it on camera.
Yes. Okay. It will go great. We're manifesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like positive energy.
Oh, it's going to be 3 times as big for next year.
Yes. We discovered something very exciting because are you like not sure where I'm going with
I have no idea. I'm like, what do
maybe it's exciting for me because
our girl?
Yeah, because every time like the people I like, Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift, you love to rip on me for, and it's hard. It's a hard part of it's the hard part of our friendship, I would say.
Well, for me, I feel like there was a point I loved Ari, like I loved T Swift. But I feel like I grew up and they didn't. So
I think you just didn't check in on what they're doing now, and you still think of them in that way.
I don't know. I feel like
Anyways, this is not to slander.
We don't have to go down the rabbit hole.
I can't do it anymore.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I love them.
Yeah,
and
to each their own.
I think that they have incredible work and art and lyrics that are adult. And
you're like,
what
stop
I'm
it.
very excited about is that we did find somebody that's common ground for us. And that is Sabrina Carpenter.
Yes, I messaged you. I think I sent you like a reel or something. And I told you I liked her.
And I was like, I love her. This is great news for me and my heart. Because at least we know she's safe. She is everything. She's the moment. I mean, she's so cute and spicy and fiery and everything. That's what I love. I love that she's also like got these like undertones of like the little like sauce that she has in her, the cheeky commentary and the lyrics. I'm like, yes, bitch, fuck it up, sis. Like, I love her.
Yeah, I like her look too. I feel like she's like girly, but she can also be on that grudgy side, which
Yes.
I like. She's like one of those where she could pull off anything.
Yeah.
Which I like. There's times I bum it. I'm one of those people where you could put me anywhere and I could like blend in.
Yeah.
And I feel like she's like that. You're
Totally.
like that.
And I love like her style, her outfits. She's so fire. And I'm so jealous of people who got to see her on tour because she was on the Eras tour with Taylor and she was killing it. Like, I feel like that also brought her attention to me a lot more because I was seeing clips come out and I was like, she's fucking hilarious. Like,
oh yeah,
she was saying some cheeky stuff on stage and I was like, this bitch is turned. And it's like to Taylor Swift fans. So I thought that was really extra funny. And I was like, she doesn't care. Like, she's just being her authentic self. And like her little outfits, I was like, oof.
And then the music video she did with
Jenna Ortega.
Oh, I love that.
Beyond like all the so wild. Fire. And I'm mad because now she's coming to Miami. Well, Taylor's coming to Miami for her Eras tour, which I'm desperately trying to go to. If you have tickets, hit me up.
I was gonna say,
I will love you forever. I'm begging. But she's not on tour. She's not going to be on those shows. And I'm like, please, no one tell me if you went when Sabrina Carpenter was the opening act because
that must have been great.
She won't be. But yeah.
Jelly, loving you from afar.
Her with Jenna Ortega, though, that is fire. That was such a surprise.
I love them both.
In that, it was the Taste music video. So saucy and crazy. They like made out in it. Like, I'm dead.
I was here for it.
And I just actually saw a pre-screening for Beetlejuice. And Jenna Ortega is in it, and she killed her performance.
I believe it. I love her in Wednesday.
Yes, I love her in Wednesday.
She's upcoming for sure.
She's one of those too. So like to see them both together, I was like, yes, I loved that duo.
Yeah, I'm excited to follow her like career. I think she's gonna do big things.
Yeah, for sure, both of them.
Yay.
Okay. We wanted to kind of go through some book tropes, which I feel like will be so funny. There's definitely some that we love,
and tropes are like
some that we
categories of like genres of different kind of like books.
It's kind of just like a different like plot line, like a different kind of, I don't even know how you would fully explain it. Like, it's like the storyline of that. It follows that. I mean, people know what a trope is.
Yeah. I was just explaining it for people that didn't, because I at one point did not know. I literally went to a book event and they were like, "Oh," and I was like, "What the
Can we
hell
talk
are
about
they
this? Like,
talking about?"
I'll say, what the hell are they fucking talking about?
I'm like Googling it.
We're
while I'm
at
saying-
a book event and she's like, what the fuck is this shit? What else did you say? Okay, it wasn't just trope. It was something else, but I didn't even know it either. Oh, are you a pantser or a plotter?
Oh, a plotter or yeah.
So we're at this book event. We're like, yeah, we're a book podcast. Like, we know it all. And they're like asking these authors, they're like, are you a pantser or a plotter? And we were like, what do you
I'm
mean?
fucking Googling real quick.
We're looking at each other. She's looking at me. I'm looking at her. She's looking at me. I'm
But then
looking
we
at her.
finally understood what
And
they
then
were
we
explaining.
Google it and we're
Yeah.
like, okay. Well, a pantser is
Mhm.
somebody. Okay, so a plotter is, right? Is it pantser
Yeah.
and plotter?
I don't know about the first one, but it's like you mentioned, like a plot where you first think of the plot and
yes,
then
you're like mapping it out.
mapping it out. Mhm.
Basically, as an author, it's your approach to writing the book. So if
Mhm.
you're a plotter, you're like writing out the story and you're like outlining it based off of like, okay, this is what's going to happen. This is how I'm going to write it. And then a pantser is like flying by the seat of your pants. Like you're just like going with the flow. Like this is
What
your
happens,
idea. And you're just
happens.
letting it come out on
Yeah.
the page.
Mhm.
So I guess like, I mean, that's like such a personality thing too.
Yeah.
I feel like I would be a pantser.
Yeah, I feel like too. I'd be throwing some out of pocket shit in there.
I also
On the
feel
way.
like even as a writer, like as a journalist and stuff, when I think of something, I see it in my head. I see
Mm.
myself writing it out and I just have to get it down. And okay, I'm making sure, by the way, that it's pantser. Yep, pantser and plotter.
Look
Oh,
at
yay. Look at us. We
you.
learned from this event.
Woo!
We learned.
Bet she learned something new for you.
Learning, growing, thriving.
Yes. All right. What are some
Book
of your
knowledge.
favorites? I
Okay.
feel like you're in the romance, so you might
So
like
my
those.
favorite trope, 1,000%,
Mm-hmm.
is like enemies to lovers. I love a bad boy like storyline. Like when I think enemies to lovers, I think Zayden Ryerson.
Yeah.
And that is it for me. Like that is what I need. Like I need the bad boy, naughty. Like this is what we're doing. And I need that. Like I'm not going to be sitting here with like a Tamlin. Like I need a Rhysand. You know, I need the enemies to
I
lovers.
need a Zay Daddy.
I need Zaddy Daddy. Okay. So enemies to lovers. Lock that in, Chief. That's my favorite book
You want
trope.
to know my thoughts on that?
Yeah.
I feel like it's just been done a lot. Like it's,
well,
it's like
obviously.
that's what I mean. I feel like once I start reading a book and there's a bad
Don't
boy.
tell me you didn't like Rhysand or Zayden.
Okay, but did I not tell you that when we started reading that book, I said he's definitely gonna Reese Pooh's gonna be the one that she goes after. That's
But
gonna
you
be the
loved
one that's
him.
gonna he ends up not being me. I mean, I don't know. I do love him, but I feel like I'm just sick of it. I need something
Okay,
different.
so what the heck do you want? Tell the people.
Okay, if I have to pick, okay, there's so many. Hold on. Ones
What do you want?
I
Like the
have
wife
more-
kills the husband?
I
Like,
have more like ones that I don't like. Like I have more of a don't like
this
list.
is so
than a likes list.
personality. I'm like, I love. You're like, these are the ones I fucking hate.
Yeah, I can't do the like second chances. Like I'm like, if it didn't work out the first time, why are we trying again?
Yes.
I don't like the
100%.
love triangles either because it's like, how do you have two good options? It's hard out here to get one.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. I like a love triangle. Like the owner and the wife loved it. Loved it. Can't wait for the second one. You know?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's kind of
Because
nice.
you like the book, but you're just talking about the trope. You're just not sure.
Yeah, I mean, then again, I feel like it's done a lot. If we think about Fourth Wing, you know, it was between.
Yeah, but
I always say his name wrong. Come on, it's not it's not
Dane.
Dane. What do I call him?
You call him Dean.
Dean. So Dane,
And also
then
in the book we're reading, The Perfect Couple, there is a character named Featherly, and Amanda calls her if you tune in for the book half, she calls Featherly Feather Chick.
Feather Chick.
She can never.
Featherland.
Oh yeah, before we started recording, she was like, "Oh, blah blah blah, Featherland," and I'm like, "Who the fuck is that?" I absolutely love you.
I'm so bad with names. And I'm bad with phrases.
And I'm bad with directions.
And I'm great with directions.
Okay, so together we make it work.
Just don't west east me, west of
Don't
this,
do
east of
that.
that.
Oh, then well, that's what I need you for.
No, I need you to be like, oh, by Home Depot, off of Federal, by like
okay,
I need
yeah, I can't do
landmarks.
that. I can't do that either. But if I'm there and I see the place and you tell me go right at the Wendy's, then I can do it. Like I've brought this up before, but it was a long time ago. It was like last year when I went to the animal hospital. My dog ripped his stitches out. I wanted to die and I'm in a panic. I'm sobbing. I'm grabbing my little son and I'm like, we have to go to the animal hospital. I've never been. Knock on wood. I'll never have to go again. And I'm like, I call my vet and they're closed, of course. So it goes directly to like the emergency line at a hospital. So I don't actually know who I'm calling because I was just transferred. And they're like, I'm like, what is your address? Like, I'm panicking. I'm like, I'm coming. And they're like, oh, you just go east, northwest to the North Star and follow under the bridge.
Probably
and
so
head.
frustrated.
And I was like, you fucking bitch.
What
This
is
is
the
an
address?
emergency. This is a fucking emergency.
Drop
I was
a
like,
pin.
let me know so I can type it in. And then I type it in and it's like not even there. I'm
dead.
like, which building is it? And she's like, it's on the eastbound lane of the Western Sky. And I'm like, you fucking whore.
Follow the North Star.
I'm blacking out. Maybe if she said something that was like somewhat cohesive, I could have figured it out on a regular day, but not in an emergency situation.
It's lasting on your mind.
Yeah.
That's
fucking bitch.
dare
Anyways,
she.
back to business.
Okay, back to tropes. So one that I actually like, which is sickening.
Yeah.
And you're gonna laugh.
Oh.
You won't be surprised. So I do like the Stockholm syndrome ones because
The Stockholm syndrome. Okay, you need to clarify what you're talking about.
So if you guys have seen 365 Days,
So
the
the trope you're talking about is stuck together, trapped,
no falling in love with your
a captor.
yeah.
Oh, like fully Stockholm.
Yeah.
Okay. Falling in love with your captor is one of your favorite. That's what you're gonna go with.
Yes.
Okay.
Because there's some that like that happens and I love it. Like I love 365 Days, which I saw the movie. I don't know if there's a book, but there may be a book. And the guy like kidnaps her and makes her fall in love. Like he's like, I give you a year. If you don't fall in love with me, I'll let you go. But she ends up falling in love with him. And like, how can you not? I was like, you like me that much. You're gonna take me and make me love you. That's
really,
effort.
That's kind of
That
like
is
Beauty and the
effort.
Beast.
Yes, Beauty and the Beast.
That's just been done.
But those are good ones because it's sick.
But at least she gets a choice. Like we don't want to be too. I know that's it's a little much.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you're going the extra, or like if you're killing someone, okay, those are great because he loves you so much, he's killing people for you. Like those are sick.
Like a sicko.
Yeah, those are.
Okay. I don't know how to recover. I don't know how to pivot. I don't know how to keep going.
Because they are lovish. I would think you would like them. It's just a little sick love.
Yeah, that's not the kind. Really.
You know which ones I don't like too? Chosen one. Like I already know who's gonna be the chosen one. I'd rather it be like a chosen one where I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Let
me think if there's any other for
There's
me
so
they're just
many.
gonna be basic lovey ones, to be honest. Like, friends to lovers, yes, classic. I love that shit. The hidden affair you probably would love. I don't like that shit. I don't want to see an affair. I don't want you to be cheating unless something bad happens to you and good happens to the good person. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like some sci-fi ones too, like time travel.
Death by karma. Love that. Fuck you. Self-sacrifice. I don't know if that's the main character. I'm gonna be gutted.
Love at first sight. Ugh, bomb.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Oh, I hate the ones or I guess it's considered the second chance one where we grew up together and there was a thing there, but then nothing happened and then we got older and then we fell in love. No.
Yeah.
No. Appreciate each other when you have each other. Or don't be together at all.
Yeah. You know what I don't like? I don't like when an author makes something of course, this is hard to explain because of course a fantasy book is unrealistic, right? Mm-hmm. But when you're trying to write about something real, and I love fantasy, so this is not what I mean, but when an author makes something too unrealistic in a way where it's like, a guy would never say that, just please stop. You know what I mean? If you're trying to be in whatever type of man, I don't even know how to. I love a man written by a woman. We all want that guy that's written by a woman and is so lovely but if it's so cringe and cheesy and you're they would never do that, sometimes I'm just cringe and itchy. I can't read it. It's too unrealistic and cheesy and I don't believe you. So I can't get into it. When I read a sports book and there was some athlete that was falling for this girl and he's sitting there saying these things and doing these things and I'm he's never gonna run out of the game to whatever for you. You know what I mean? This is
a
silly.
dream.
It doesn't it's a fucking dream. It's fake. And I know that he loves you to death, but certain things are just a little crazy that I'm And even like the way they speak sometimes, I'm like, cringe.
Yeah, I feel like some women are not good at writing intimate scenes.
Yes.
Sometimes I'm like, oh,
Or
that is
being
so
men.
childish.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not realistic. Like, I just, some of the times I'm just like, that's not real.
Yeah.
That's not how it goes down.
Yeah, no, bitch. This would never happen.
He came too quick.
And we I'm not cutting that out. This is going in the episode.
You're gonna get me fired.
I'm dead.
Anyway, sorry.
No, you're absolutely great.
Ooh,
love
sometimes I
that.
skip those
Let's
scenes.
end on that note because I certainly can't top it. Okay.
Okay.
We finished The Perfect Couple by Elin Hilderbrand this week.
That we did.
OMG.
Yo, girl, hit
Yeah,
some
you
bangers.
got some great ones in there. So definitely like the Thomas thing.
Mm-hmm.
You already knew Featherly was with Thomas immediately. Like it took you one scene to get that.
Yeah, it literally foreshadowing. The dad is supposed to meet Merritt at the bar, sees his son there. You know, I'm just like, why is the son there at the bar alone? He has a wife at home. I'm like,
Anytime an author slips in a detail like that, you pay attention to it. Because why are they just noting that the person's in the corner for like a 2-second mention? There's a reason.
So that was an easy tell for me.
Yeah.
Because there was 2 affairs and I was like, okay, the only other option could be.
And we also noticed we were suspicious of Abby too, because when she had walked into the kitchen and saw Tag and Merritt together, she like gave a look. And I bet that look is, and we were like, is she being a hater? Does she like Tag? Like what? We knew to look at that strangely.
Yes.
And I think now looking back at it, she's looking at it in disgust, being like, oh, they're whatever, doing their thing. And she knows that like her man is doing the exact same thing.
So she thinks it runs in the family. Disgusting.
Yeah, she's looking at her like father, like son, looking at Merritt like the other woman, like just the same situation. And that's why when she walked in on them in the kitchen and it got weird, that's why.
Also, I feel like the mom finding out, you know, everything and like noticing that her son is just like his father.
Greer.
I'm just like, Benji's the only one that's like a
I know.
decent man.
And that breaks my heart because it's like Benji is the one that doesn't fit the mold and we love. And then it's like he's the one that doesn't get anything.
Yeah, gets his heart broken.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, that was hard because it's like then we still didn't get resolved for them, or like at least know like something down the line happens good for Benji, because I feel like he's the only innocent sweetheart in the whole group.
Oh, what trope is in this?
Let me think. Affairs? Where are you going with this one?
The love triangle.
Oh, yes. Love triangle. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And it's crazy because it's like the other person is his best friend and like the best man in the wedding.
I must say, though, it's done well. I think,
Agreed.
you know, love triangles can be hard to write.
Yes.
But I think I kind of like that the ending isn't happy. Like her and Shooter, you know, don't run off to the sunset and get married, because happy endings, I'm just like, bullshit.
Okay.
It's not as realistic.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, I think the way she played it off was really good. I mean, I feel like a lot of things, like I want to know what happens. I want to know if anyone gets arrested. Like there's so many things that are left unsaid. And I'm like you mentioned, there may be another book. Like maybe she'll write another.
There isn't. And that's why, like, that's how I felt about this book. I'm like, it definitely needs a sequel. I was enjoying it more and more as we read the ending, and I was very hooked. And I think there's a lot more to the story to tell.
It needs an ending.
And yeah, it needs more of an ending. So I literally looked this up and I was like, okay, is there going to be a sequel? But it's a part already of a Nantucket series where it's different. Each book covers like a different crime or mystery that happens in Nantucket. And the same recurring characters are like, which makes sense, are like the people at the police station. So like Ed Capinosh is there, like the Greek is there, like they're every summer solving whatever happens in Nantucket.
She's basically saying
and
rich
so
people
like
commit
she
crimes
just
too.
does it. Yeah, for sure. So she just has like a series of like this happened this summer kind of thing.
Crime
and it's
thing,
like,
yeah.
so which I think is a really great idea. It's so cool. But I'm like so invested in this story that when we're left off, we kind of don't know what happens with everybody and where the pieces fall at the end.
Yeah, I like a clear ending.
Yeah.
Like if this was like a short story and like she did one big book of like different, like each chapter was like a short story about a different crime, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
You know, because then it's all different. But yeah, I just want to, even if it's not a happy ending. I know.
Yeah. But I think it was like the point, like, okay, we got our answer. And then like maybe it doesn't really work out. Like, it's not all fairy tales, rainbows, and butterflies. Like, this wedding fell apart. She's uncomfortable to mention that she's having an affair with his best friend. Like, this is where we're at right
And he
now.
doesn't say anything either because he feels bad.
Yeah.
This guy's been with him. But then I also wonder, like, how does Abby feel? Does she think she deserved it? Does she not care who she killed? Like, I have so many questions.
That is a big part. Like,
I hope
that
her man
makes
still
more
cheat on
sense.
her.
That was crazy. But also, did Abby have intent to kill? We don't really think. Like, did she try to kill Featherly or just like
Put her to sleep?
like knock the bitch out for the night? You know what I mean?
See, my thing is, like, this is my issue too with, like, sometimes writing, but, like, why does the women always have to be scorned? Like, why can't, you know, like, you have a cheating husband. Why are you taking it out on the female?
Yeah.
Leave your freaking husband. Like, you know, it's just
Totally. And I was really sad at the end of this book.
It was so sad. She was ready to be a single
emotional.
mother.
She's talking through everything about
my
her
heart.
daughter.
Yeah.
She's saying what their plans are for the future. Like, it's just going on and on about it. And she's like tripping. And she's like, oh, let me get this ring. Oh, I'm going to tell my daughter that her father gave me this.
Yeah.
And like, she's just, as it's ending, I'm like, I was hit with a wave of emotion.
So
and
sad.
I was like, what the hell is this sick shit? Like, I was hurt by that ending really bad. And it was even worse because she's just kind of like stumbling around. She's like, oh, I'm really tired. Like, it's fucking brutal to be in her head while she's dying.
Moral of the story?
It's like, damn,
don't
Ellen.
wreck homes. Don't cheat. And yeah. To wrap it up,
She said it best.
You think about it, like, she made bad decisions in her life that led her to, you know, where she is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she just messed with the wrong family, which
Yeah.
sucks. And clearly, Abby belongs in that family.
My heart. All right.
Yeah.
So, what would you rate this book?
So I gave it a 4. I thought it was good. I thought it was well written. I just, you know, the ending for me, like, I wanted closure. I wanted someone arrested. I wanted everyone to find out everything. It's just. I wanted it to
right.
unfold
They like
different.
kept it hush hush. They ruled her death an accident.
Yeah.
I also rated it a 4.
Mhm.
I thought it was really strong. I enjoyed it. I did think like I needed a little bit more to the story.
Mhm.
I got into it a lot more towards the end than like in the middle. So solid 4. I would, if there was a sequel, I would definitely read it. So yeah, overall
Agreed.
good book.
There's a sequel, I would read it too because I
Mhm.
need to know what happens.
Yeah, I do. I feel like that. The ending was so well done, and I was very sad at
This
the
is
end.
becoming a TV show?
Yes, it is
Okay,
on
cool.
Netflix, and Nicole Kidman is part of the cast. So we'll watch it. We'll report back to like how we feel that
Yes.
it was done. I'm actually really excited to
Me
watch
too.
it, but
It'll be good.
still annoyed that it like ends there. So for next week, since we are having Alicia Thompson come up on stage with us at the Marlins event, she is author of The Art of Catching Feelings, and we're reading her book for this event, and we're so excited to hear from her. We will be recapping her book in next week's episode. So if you want to grab a copy, I would definitely recommend. We won't give away too many spoilers. We'll just like share our thoughts. We'll dissect that for next week, and then we'll dive into a book the way we do weekly after that.
It's also available on audio, which is how I am.
Yes, you're listening
to it. And also, we're going to be having some upcoming Q&As on our social media, TikTok, Instagram. We want you guys to chime in for our next episode. So I will get that posted this week. And if you are watching, please make sure to subscribe. We highly appreciate it with the right heart.
Yes.
And we're also on TikTok and Instagram at Book Please Podcast. Thanks, guys.
Bye.